Now, when it comes to Israel and the truth, I can't think of a better truth teller than Israel's former ambassador to the United States, Danny Ayalon. Ambassador Ayalon is also Israel's former deputy foreign minister, and right now he is working on a great video series called, you guessed it, The Truth About Israel. Now, before we get into our interview with Ambassador Ayalon, I wanted to give you a taste of some of the great work he is doing. Take a look.
Palestine was the Greco-Roman name for a region along the Mediterranean Sea, which included Judea, Samaria, and areas which are today in Lebanon, Jordan, and Syria. But like Antarctica, the Amazons, or Sahara, naming a place doesn't create a nation of Antarcticans or Saharans. In the year 135 AC, the name of the region became the official name of one of the provinces of the Roman Empire in a failed attempt to obliterate the connection between the Jewish people and Judea, the land they had inhabited since roughly the 13th century BC, almost 1,500 years before.
Well, Ambassador Ayalon, thanks so much for joining us today here on The Watchman.
Good to be with you, Eric.
Tell us first of all about your great video series, The Truth About Israel.
When I retired from government, I realized that the vulnerability that Israel has is in the public arena. And diplomatic war which the Palestinians have waged against us, incitement.
Very effectively.
BDS, a lot of blood libels, basically. My strategy was, first of all, the message. We have to have a very clear message. I mean, we have many messages, but one that has to be the principal message, out of which all other messages can come. And the message is very simple, Eric. The land, Zion, the land of Israel, belongs to the Jewish people as the Jewish people belongs to the land of Israel. Full stop. I mean, it's not just a matter of prophecy. It's not just a matter of biblical truth. Right. It can be measured, and it is measured, and by archaeological digs, by history. Yeah. All the facts show to it. We have seen the BDS, the boycott, the divestment, sanctions. We saw all the blood libels, the incitements against Israel working in Europe. Europe, in 35 years ago, was like the United States today. Mostly these are democratic countries, so their affinity would be with a sister democracy, like the State of Israel. However, for the last 35 years, the Palestinians have been working very, very hard in European campuses, in European public opinion circles, everywhere that they could, to the extent that today, after 35 years, we have lost Europe. The Europeans are siding with the Palestinians.
What a stunning statement, Ambassador, and what an accurate statement. Sadly accurate. We have lost Europe.
It's not only because of the growing Islamic population in Europe, which of course has also a contribution to the Israeli hatred or American hatred, but it's also because of the very, very dedicated campaign, well-financed campaign, targeted campaign of the Palestinians and their collaborators in Europe. Now, having won Europe, they go to the next prize, which is the big prize, is the United States. So what we see now, although it's few and far between organizations that are calling for boycott Israel, you hear about the American Studies Association or the Anthropological Association, or unfortunately the Presbyterian Church or United Methodist. It doesn't come out of thin air. It comes because of methodical, systematic incitement by the Palestinians. And this is where we have to learn from the past. Not to be passive about it like we were in the last 35 years in Europe, but to be there and answer and meet any and all the lies. Because we have the best weapon in our hands, which is the truth. It's just a matter of telling it.
Tell us some of the great things that are going on in Israel right now, scientific, high-tech, medical, etc.
High-tech, today, we are the startup nation. We are innovating. We are a big R&D center for all major corporations, high-tech corporations in the world. And actually, we take great pride of being a light unto the nation, to make a net contribution to society. And you can find it with technology like with the CAT scans technology and MRI, all the medical the development, medical equipment, pharmaceutical saving lives that is being discovered or invented right here in Israel, and we continue to do that. Unfortunately, we found ourselves in a situation that we have been attacked. So the first obligation we have is to defend ourselves, to defend our values, to defend our way of lives, and in a way, we do it not just for the Jewish people and for the democratic state of Israel, we do it for the entire Western world, for the entire Judeo-Christian heritage. We are here in the trenches, I think, for all humanity. Yeah. And this is why we take, with great satisfaction, the unconditional support that we get from the United States and the American people. Because I think most of Americans understand that the way Israel goes, so does the entire Judeo-Christian civilization.
Right. You're the first line of defense for Western civilization.
And so we will continue to do that. We don't have any other choice. This is our only home, and we will continue to defend it. But at the same time, we will not just be busy with defense, but also with creating better agriculture, better technology, better literature, and better culture for all humanity.
It's an amazing thing. Ambassador Ayalon, thank you so much, and thank you so much for your contributions to that cause.
Thank you.
Yeah.